Okay, hello, welcome back. Um, Trying something a little different again. I've got my light going, but I need it a little brighter. Okay, so I have been using the same mic for all of these, but typically I just leave it on the desk, just since that's what I do for normal stuff anyway. But I figured today, why not try and move it around a little, get a little bit more sound from it, because I've been trying to like fix the audio tracks in Audacity whenever I do one of these, and I think I'm still gonna have to fix it because it doesn't look like it's really getting like a super high input of sound, at least. But it's whatever works. And I'm noticing there's a hair. Oh, it's this side. That's why there was a hair that was just like loose somewhere. But yeah, just kind of makeshift as we go with all these things. And yeah, so today it is a Wednesday. It's February now. Last video, whenever I did it, was sometime in January. So it's been a little bit. I think it's been a couple weeks at least. There are some new things, and I'm going to go through kind of little by little. There's something I wanted to try and do with my phone while I was working on this, so bear with me a second. I'm going to leave that set up over there. There's one thing I wanted to send to a friend of mine. But yeah, so I'm back. I'm here. As for updates, there are a few different things going on. First and foremost, still working, still have dermatology in the morning, personal training in the afternoon. So that part's the same. Done a few job interviews recently just to kind of get my options out there. I had a couple okay interviews, a couple not so great. I had an interview at a UFC gym just to try and get a little bit more with like the Muay Thai background, and it was just like, I don't know, I just got weird vibes from the place, so it wasn't really my thing. And it wasn't any closer, honestly. It was still like 30 minutes, so not ideal, but it's helpful to try and just kind of see what's out there. I've still got another interview today. I had a few for like lab positions just to at least try and get something more consistent, because that's the big thing right now, is getting the consistent hours. But we'll see. Another update that I've had is I was looking into going back to school, looking at a master's program in marriage and family therapy. So I know, like, big change for me, but it is something I've always had an interest in, and it was kind of my other route if I didn't end up going biology, finishing undergrad. So it's worth at least exploring it and seeing what the options are for it, because I think that it could be a good fit. The main question is whether I can get myself into a program and be successful in it. But I at least spoke to an advisor. I've got one prerequisite class that I'm taking right now. I'm taking a developmental psychology class through College of DuPage. So I'm at least on the way, if nothing else. So I've got that. That is another little time commitment right now. So with jobs, it's a little weird now, like looking, because it's going to be something part-time if I do find something that I want to do. The other update is that somewhat recently I have had a few dates with someone that I really like, and so I've been kind of thinking a lot more about like romance and relationships and stuff. And that also kind of impacted thinking about going back to school and and reevaluating kind of where I'm at and where I want to go. And it's nice because it's that extra little bit of motivation to kind of want to improve things that either you already know, or maybe that you're realizing that that you can do better with. So I've been very, very happy with having those opportunities and having someone supportive around me, and just being able to share a connection like that is something that's really special. But with that said, it's a different situation for me, and so I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. It's the person I'm seeing is in a non-monogamous relationship, and so it's something to navigate, and it's something to learn, but there are always a lot of different valuable experiences that you get from different situations, from different people, and from learning how to do things in a slightly different situation that you might not expect, so it has been something I've at least been interested in for a while, and just kind of seeing different dynamics and how people manage and communicate through things like that. Because I mean, the most important thing in any kind of relationship is always communication, and sharing your feelings, supporting the other person's feelings, and being able to discuss and compromise with things if there is something that makes people uncomfortable, or something new that you have to learn to kind of adapt to. So I'm looking forward to figuring it out. I mean, it's not anything official yet, but it's a goal, It's another thing that I have in my to-do list for right now. And with that said, working on kind of improving along the lines of improving myself again, I recently have started with a medication for anxiety, mainly just because of the stomach issues I've had, and talking with my primary care physician, and also the previous gastroenterologist. That's kind of the conclusion we came to, is figure it out, see if it's something that's caused by anxiety or stress, and see if getting that more under control will kind of help with the situation. So that's where we're at right now. It's like anything with psych medication, it's kind of a long journey. So I'm just starting it now. I'm about a week and almost a week and a half into it. And honestly, it's not really, hasn't changed anything yet, but I'm at least hopeful, and kind of just waiting to see what happens with, if there's any side effects, or just like gradually updating as things go. And with that, I have started a weekly therapy now. So in addition to my self-therapy with my camera and my self-therapy when I go running or swimming or something, I've got a little bit of formal help with that, and also somebody I can ask about different things for a psych program, going into psychology and kind of social sciences, and that whole field. So just another tool to kind of help me along my way. I had that on Monday this week, and it was really nice. It's been a long time since I've been in therapy, and it's much better the way I'm doing it now as opposed to what I was doing before. It's always just a question of financials for me, typically. With my insurance before, it was still like $100 every time I would go, and so I would have this like guilt of having to worry about, like, am I getting enough from this to be able to justify it? Right now, I found something that is covered by the insurance, and so now I don't have to worry about that. I'm a little bit less anxious or not feeling that pressure when I'm in a session, and so I think that's going to help and make it a lot more useful for me, and also just make me more open about going through the process of it, just because I don't have this timeline on it. I don't have this this stress of like I have to try and get through this as soon as I can, or like even stress of like trying to fix things as fast as possible, because it's not something that works like that. So that's the majority of it. A little bit of dating updates, a little bit of mental health updates, a little bit of work updates and school. Some people may notice the guitars are different over here. There were 2 other guitars. One I was trying to sell online, and it was such a hassle. Oh my goodness, it was a hassle. And the website that I sold it through ended up refunding the person who bought it. They were not happy with the inside of the guitar. I hadn't taken it apart, so I wouldn't have known, but I mean, it looked the same on the outside, so I don't know what to say about that. I did my best with it, and there's always going to be some complaints about some stuff. So at least the website kind of took care of it, because I didn't feel like it was. I think it was something like, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, the person who bought it was just kind of being an asshole, because it was it was cheap. It was a cheap guitar, and I don't know what they were expecting. Like, even just from the pictures, you can tell it was beat up. It's old. It's like spare parts. So I don't know, but that's dealt with. There was another one. There we go. This acoustic on the side, that was actually one I found in a trash can a long time ago. So that one I'm keeping, because I know it's not worth anything. If I find somebody who wants it, I'll give it to them. There was one other one over in that stack that was my very first electric guitar. That one I sold just because I don't use it anymore. It's a little small, so I brought that into Guitar Center, and luckily that was a lot easier to sell it. Got some money for it at least, and then ended up giving away a guitar case, because I didn't know they wouldn't just resell a case. So at least it's out of my hands. It's a lot less hassle to just leave it with somebody there than try and sell it online, because I'm gonna try and avoid that kind of forever now. That was awful. That was very stressful. It's like trying to figure that out, and like I overpaid for shipping just to try and be nice. But yeah, I'm not doing that again. But yeah, that's the update. I didn't realize this would go that long, over 10 minutes, but I'm yapping all the time. So it's good to kind of get back in the rhythm of things with at least recording a video. It's not super interesting, I'll say that. Like sitting here talking, it's not even talk show level, but it's good for me. So I appreciate anybody that tunes in, watches a little bit, watches a minute here and there, and anybody who feels like staying in touch, throw something in the comments, any questions. I'm happy to kind of answer and go through, and then maybe get ideas for another video. Streaming, we'll see what happens. I haven't been streaming on YouTube very much. I haven't been streaming at all. But if I do, it'll probably be on YouTube. Just, I don't know, I like the setup. Even if there's nobody watching, I would prefer doing YouTube over trying to do Twitch with a different account and everything. It's just simpler. But yeah, I haven't been playing too many different games recently. Just kind of waiting it out, trying to get ahead on classwork, and then whatever other free time I'm spending on talking to the person I'm seeing, and trying to make plans with them whenever we can. But yeah, that's about it. Hope you have a good one wherever you're at. Hopefully it's a little warmer than our winter here, so that's something. All right, till the next time.